The pain was palpable, a silent scream echoing between us. We knew we needed help, a neutral space, a guide to navigate the tangled mess of our emotions. But the cost, the endless bills, the rising expenses, the sheer impossibility of adding another financial burden. So, we did the only thing we felt we could. We turned that pain inward, and then, inevitably, outward, onto each other. We couldn't afford therapy, so we just hurt each other instead. This is the piercing reality of a double suffering, the anguish of the heart, compounded by the inability to access healing. In an increasingly complex world, mental and emotional suffering are rampant. Yet, for many, the pathways to healing, therapy, counseling, specialized support remain a luxury, inaccessible due to financial constraints. This creates a cruel paradox. Those who are already struggling, often burdened by economic hardship, are denied the very resources that could alleviate their pain. The result is a vicious cycle where unaddressed wounds fester, leading to further conflict, isolation, and despair. How do we find a path to healing when the conventional doors are closed, and the very systems meant to support us seem to fail? If you are navigating the complexities of pain and healing, consider subscribing to the Noble Wisdom Path, where we explore ancient wisdom for inner liberation, accessible to all. The Buddhist perspective on suffering, access, and healing. The Buddhist teachings, formulated over 2,500 years ago, offer a profound and universally accessible framework for understanding and alleviating suffering, regardless of one's economic status. The core message is that suffering, dukkha, is inherent in existence, but it is not a permanent state. It arises from craving and attachment, tanha, and it can be ended through wisdom and practice. This ancient wisdom provides a powerful alternative to modern, often expensive, therapeutic models, offering a path to healing that is always available within ourselves. 1. The universal nature of suffering, dukkha. The first noble truth of Buddhism states that life is suffering, dukkha. This isn't a pessimistic view, but a realistic one. It acknowledges that pain, dissatisfaction, and impermanence are fundamental aspects of human existence. Whether rich or poor, educated or uneducated, we all experience physical pain, emotional distress, loss, and the dissatisfaction of not getting what we want or getting what we don't want. The statement, "We couldn't afford therapy, so we just hurt each other instead," is a poignant testament to this universal truth. The suffering is real, and it manifests regardless of external circumstances. The Buddha's path begins with this honest acknowledgement, a recognition that pain is not a personal failing, but a shared human experience. 2. The root of suffering, craving and attachment, tanha and upadana. The second noble truth points to the origin of suffering, tanha, or craving. This craving is not just for material possessions, but for experiences, ideas, and even for things to be different than they are. When we crave for things to be permanent, for relationships to be perfect, for ourselves to be free from pain, and these cravings are not met, suffering arises. This craving leads to upadana, clinging or grasping. In the context of the statement, the pain of not affording therapy is a form of suffering, but the deeper suffering comes from the craving for a specific, external solution and the attachment to the idea that healing can only come from that external source. When that attachment is frustrated, the pain intensifies, leading to destructive behaviors. 3. The cessation of suffering, nirodha, and the path, magga. The third noble truth offers hope. Suffering can cease, nirodha. And the fourth noble truth provides the way, the eightfold path, magga. This path is not dependent on wealth or social status. It is a path of inner transformation, accessible to anyone willing to cultivate wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. It offers a direct, experiential way to address the roots of suffering, regardless of whether one can afford conventional therapy. The Buddhist teachings are a radical form of self-therapy, empowering individuals to become their own healers. Buddhist practices for healing when therapy is inaccessible. While modern therapy offers valuable tools, the Buddhist path provides a comprehensive and deeply effective approach to healing emotional wounds, even when professional help is out of reach. These practices are not a substitute for medical or psychological care when needed, but they offer profound support for inner well-being. 1. Cultivating mindful awareness, sati. The cornerstone of Buddhist practice is sati, or mindful awareness. When you are hurting or hurting each other, pause. Notice the sensations in your body, the thoughts in your mind, the emotions in your heart. Don't judge them. Don't try to push them away, just observe them. This simple act of mindful observation creates a space between the pain and your reaction to it. It allows you to see the patterns of hurting, the words that sting, the actions that wound, without being swept away by them. This awareness is the first step towards breaking the cycle of reactivity. It's like shining a light into a dark room, revealing what was hidden. 2. Practicing self-compassion, metta for self. When you are in pain, it's easy to fall into self-blame or self-criticism. But the Buddhist path emphasizes metta, loving-kindness, starting with yourself. Offer yourself the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. Acknowledge your suffering without judgment. You might say to yourself, "May I be free from suffering. May I be at peace." This radical act of self-compassion creates a safe inner space for healing, allowing you to tend to your own wounds before attempting to heal others. 3. Cultivating compassion for others, karuna. Once you have cultivated self-compassion, extend that karuna, compassion, to those you are hurting and who are hurting you. Recognize that their hurtful actions often stem from their own pain, their own unaddressed suffering. This doesn't excuse their behavior, but it allows you to see them as suffering beings rather than just as aggressors. When you understand that their lashing out is a manifestation of their own unhealed wounds, it becomes easier to respond with understanding rather than retaliation. This shift in perspective can transform conflict into an opportunity for connection. 4. Understanding impermanence, anicca. Remind yourself of anicca, impermanence. All things change, emotions, relationships, financial situations, even pain itself. The intense pain you feel right now will pass. The hurtful words spoken will fade. This understanding doesn't diminish the present suffering, but it prevents you from clinging to it as a permanent state. It fosters resilience and the understanding that healing is a process, not a destination. Each moment is an opportunity for a new beginning, a fresh breath, a chance to respond differently. 5. Practicing wise speech and action, samavaka, samakamanta. Consciously apply samavaka, right speech, and samakamanta, right action. In moments of conflict, pause and ask yourself, is what I am about to say or do kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it necessary? This mindful approach to communication can prevent further harm and open pathways for genuine connection. Instead of yelling, can you express your pain calmly? Instead of retaliating, can you choose a response rooted in compassion? This practice transforms destructive patterns into constructive ones. 6. Seeking Sangha, community support. While professional therapy may be inaccessible, community support is often not. Seek out a Sangha, a community of like-minded individuals who are also committed to personal growth and healing. This could be a meditation group, a support group, or even just a few trusted friends who understand and can offer a listening ear and compassionate presence. Sharing your struggles and triumphs with others can provide immense comfort and validation, reminding you that you are not alone in your suffering. The statement, "We couldn't afford therapy, so we just hurt each other instead," is a heartbreaking reflection of a societal challenge. But the Buddhist path reminds us that the capacity for healing resides within each of us, a wellspring of wisdom and compassion that is always accessible, regardless of external circumstances. By cultivating mindful awareness, self-compassion, and understanding the universal truths of suffering, impermanence, and non-self, we can break the cycle of hurting and begin to heal. We can transform our pain not into a weapon, but into a catalyst for profound inner transformation, leading to true peace and connection. What inner resources can you tap into today to begin healing the wounds that financial constraints may have left unaddressed? If this exploration has resonated with you, please consider subscribing to the Noble Wisdom Path. Share this video with someone who might benefit from this perspective, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Together, let's walk the path towards inner peace and true freedom.